Welcome to Prudhoe Bay, Alaska. It's on the very northern coast of the state of Alaska, right on the Arctic Ocean. I work up here 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. But first, it takes some traveling. So I'm going to show you guys how I survive in the airport. Well, Emmy just dropped me off at the airport. Some of you guys that follow the channel a lot might know. Some of my friends definitely know. I work on the North Slope in North America's largest oil field. So I gotta leave Fairbanks here and fly to Anchorage. And I spend the night in the airport because it's tourist season here in Alaska and hotel rooms are like $350 a night. So when I only get 6 hours of sleep anyways, I just camp out in the airport. And me and probably, I don't know, anywhere between 20 and 100 other slopers or out of town workers do the same thing. So I'll show you how we do that here in Alaska. First flight, Fairbanks to Anchorage. Since I fly so much, noise canceling headphones are a must.
Hi there, we'd like to welcome you to your flight with Alaska Airlines, a proud member of the One World Alliance. This is flight 192.
Sometimes I'll sit here waiting for my flights, just kind of fiddling on my phone. Other times I'll read change out notes and emails from work, kind of getting a little bit of a head start. And then I also grab a book or two. I have a book in my backpack all the time. Each flight I take, I definitely try to get as much sleep as I can. So I used to go to the end of a row of gates and everybody kind of fights over the best benches. Kind of feel like homeless guys fighting over the best park bench. It took me a while to discover a secret spot here in Anchorage. Favorite bench is open. It's got this tree and the ducks right there. And a charger. So I thought about breaking that glass and seeing if there's anything edible on those ducks, but this will have to do. Nah. Well, so just kind of keep my phone close by so my alarm goes off when I wake up. The one thing I forgot is I usually wear earplugs underneath these, just because it kind of cancels all the noise out. Put my little eye shades on. Try to get 5 or 6 or 7 hours of sleep. 6 hours of sleep. I gotta wake up, so catch you guys when I wake up, I guess. Oh, and I do kind of have room to roll over if I want. Oh, and I was thinking of answering some questions. Questions that I think some of you guys might come up with. Like, why don't I take an earlier flight and get a hotel? One, because the hotel's really expensive. Although in the winter you can get one for, I don't know, $120. The time I spend with my family is more important than any dollar amount. So I always take the latest flight out of Fairbanks and get to Anchorage late. You know, it's 11 o'clock now. I got to be up at 4:45. So it's not a whole lot of sleep, but it's better than nothing. And that's another reason I don't get a hotel even in the winter, even when they're $120 or $150. It's because it just takes like another hour to get there, get settled, do all that, check in, check out. Just more waste of time. I don't sleep. And it stresses me out like I'm gonna be late to get back on the airplane in Anchorage. So I just don't do it. I prefer prefer this bench or under a bench. So it's pretty comfy when I got all my camping gear. As I was sleeping, a bunch of other guys piled in upstairs here. I just got to add a little clip in here and talk about flying on the charter flight from Anchorage to Prudhoe Bay. So my company pays for an entire airplane to put all the different workers on it. You know, they have 5 or 6 flights a week. I think maybe even more than that. But it's really strange flying with, 150 guys. That's all they do is work on the North Slope and travel all the time. Because as soon as, even before the gate door opens, everybody stands up and gets in one big long line. There's no getting on according to your number on your ticket or whatever. Everybody's in a line 100 guys long. And they're all super, super efficient getting to your seat. Everybody has one backpack. Some guys have 2, but most guys just have one little backpack, one little bag. It's super efficient. Everybody's on and off the plane in record time. So when I go fly on my regular commercial flight from Fairbanks to Anchorage, it's especially on my way home, I get a little bit annoyed because the last 2 flights I'm on the super efficient flight, and then you got a family of 4 in front of you with 27 bags going Anchorage to Fairbanks. It's just totally different when, I don't know, that's just how my brain is working, because the last 2 flights are so efficient with all these oil field workers. It's kind of strange. It was kind of culture shock the first time that I ever flew with all these guys, but it's just what we do every 2 weeks. So you're super fast at it and you're really used to it. So that's how I traveled up here to Prudhoe Bay. I'll spend 2 weeks living up here, working 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. And then the flight home's a lot easier. We leave here in Prudhoe about 9 o'clock in the morning, land in Anchorage about 11. The morale's always a lot higher on the southbound flight than the northbound flight. We get a couple drinks on the airplane. A lot of times guys will get a beer with each other at the bar at the airport in Anchorage, waiting on their flight to wherever. There's guys that work all over the United States as far as Florida. I got a coworker that lives in Florida. So we'll usually share a beer or grab lunch with each other while we're waiting for our next flight in Anchorage. And I land in Fairbanks again at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 2 weeks after I left. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and check out my channel for everything else I do in Alaska. Thanks for watching.